Hello guys, today is gonna be a video for people who are new to Pro and especially after you finished each region of the game. So I'll separate the video in 4 parts, each part for each region. So yeah, let's talk about what to do after finishing each region. So let's start with Kanto. First of all, if you're still doing Kanto, I recommend you watch my playlist on Kanto playthrough. So it's somewhere in the description of the video, or I'm gonna put a card here. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Just click the description of the video and see the links. It's gonna be everything in there. So the first thing you can do after you finished Kanto region, I would say the bike quest. If you still haven't done that, you usually do the bike quest in the story when you're still playing Kanto. But if you haven't, there is a video here down below in the description of the video. All the links are gonna be there, so just check there. The next thing you could do is the TM Thief quest. That's something that you can also do in the story and not necessarily after the story. And the third thing, I would say the subway quest, which I only done that after finishing Kanto. It's really useful because you can travel between cities without having to walk and taking a lot of your time, because it's easier to just teleport between cities. You pay 5k for a travel. I mean, not 5k, I think it's 2.50k. Well, anyway, the links are gonna be there. I'm just gonna list what you could do so you can just check the links and do whatever you haven't done yet. So the fourth thing to do is complete the Kanto Pokédex. You need it for Mew and other legendaries later. Another thing that you can do is the Arcanine Mount quest. If you want to have a cool mount and don't want to use the bike and you don't want to spend cash to get a mount, you can just do the quest. The sixth thing to do, I would say, unlock the Love Island. You will need at least 120 caught Pokemon data and 38 evolutions to unlock it, but it's really worth it because Love Island is one of the ways to make money, and you can also hunt some Pokemon in there too that only spawns in Love Island. I think you can only evolve Sylveon in Eevee to Sylveon in Love Island, so it's really worth to unlock it. Empire Discord provides data and evolution service if you need. The seventh thing, I would say Sevii Island. I think there are a lot of quests to do in there, but they're really easy. I also do some dig spots in 6 and 7 Island, which is part of the Sevii Islands, and it's a way to make money as well in Pro. So I recommend you unlock these islands. I also recommend you not starting a new region when it's close to any sort of holidays, for example, Christmas, Easter, Halloween, because Pro always make events between these holidays, and they usually happen in Vermilion. So if you are locked in Johto, you can't go back to Vermilion to participate on the event. So yeah, if it's close to Christmas, Valentine's, Halloween, Easter, I would recommend you to stay a little bit more in Kanto, and then after the event, feel free to go to Johto and complete everything there. So now let's talk about what to do after completing Johto. So again, if you're still doing Johto, I also have a playlist on Johto playthrough. So if you wanna watch, and I teach you how to explore everything that is gonna be useful in the future during the stories. So I really recommend you to watch my playlists. So what do we do after we finish Johto? I'd say the first thing to do is to unlock Cerulean Cave and Daycare. It's really important because Cerulean Cave is where you're gonna train and level up a lot of your Pokemon. It's just easier to level up there. That's where I go all the time when I need to level up Pokemon. And of course, spawns are good there too. There are bosses to do in the cave. And you also need to fight some bosses to unlock Daycare, where you're gonna... I mean, Daycare useful because you can teach egg moves to some of your Pokemon, like Curse to Snorlax is really useful, for example, and many other things. You can just check the link in the description to check whatever the benefits you get for unlocking Cerulean Cave and Daycare. Alright, so the second thing, catch Mew. After finishing Johto, you can finally get a legendary, and the first one is of course Mew. So the third thing to do is complete the Johto decks, because again, you need decks for legendaries in the future, so it's better to complete now than letting everything for later, because this is gonna consume your energy. So trust me, do it now. And after completing Johto decks, you can finally catch Celebi. And after catching Celebi, you can unlock Trainer's Valley. Trainer's Valley is very good because it's where you teach a lot of moves as well. There are many TM tutors in there and other things like Nicola's boss. So if you kill or disconnect or lose to a legendary, you can fight Nicola to have a chance to catch a legendary again. So after that, you can finally go to bird catching and try to get Volcarona wings or even the legendary Genesect. The link is in the description. Remember that. I'm repeating this so much. Okay, let's go to Hoenn now. So I haven't done a playthrough to Hoenn yet. I'm planning on doing live stream on my alt doing Hoenn. For now I don't have a playlist to link you. But let's talk about what to do after completing Hoenn. So the train quest only works in Kanto and Johto, but for Hoenn there is a teleport quest, which is basically the same thing, but you have to do another quest because, you know, I don't know why, but Pro is like that. So here in the description you will find the link for everything. So yeah, the teleport quest is necessary if you don't want to waste a lot of time traveling around. The next thing to do is excavation. So Kanto, Johto, and Sinnoh have dig spots, but Hoenn doesn't have it. They have excavations in Hoenn, which you can get a lot of fossils. You can get points for moves as well. Like I think Sucker Punch is a move that you can get in the excavations. You need to have at least 5,000 points in excavations to be able to teach Sucker Punch to a Pokemon. So excavation is actually really good. There's also spawns, different spawns there. There are many different excavations sites. There is like fairy, dragon, ground, I don't know. I don't do excavations anymore because I already got points enough for what I wanted. You can also get rare items like fossils, so it's really good to unlock excavations. And since you were talking about excavations and dig spots, there is also the mushrooms in Hoenn, which has also the purpose to make money. So if you're into making money and daily quests, the mushrooms are very good for you because, you know, I don't know if you guys know, but there is the Minic item guy. It's an NPC in Cerulean. You can sell items to him, and mushrooms is one of the items that he will buy from you. So the next thing to do is to complete Hoenn decks. Yes guys, completing the decks is very useful for legendaries, don't forget that. After completing Hoenn decks, you can finally catch a Jirachi. And after catching a Jirachi, you can catch either Latios and Latias, it's your choice. And after getting either Latias or Latios, you can finally do the Legendary Beasts quest. So you can choose between Raikou, Entei, and Suicune. I chose Entei, of course. And after the Legendary Beasts, you can do the Legendary Titans quest, which are the Regirock, Registeel, Regice. And of course, I chose the Regirock because it's actually good in the sun. And after the Legendary Titans, you can catch a Manaphy. You can do the Manaphy quest. There are so many legendaries to catch in Hoenn, I know. And after that, the last thing to do in Hoenn, I would say Pinkan Island. Unlock Pinkan Island, guys, because there are very good spawns of Pokemon and you can catch pink Pokemon in there, especially Whimsicott. If you want Whimsicott, I would hunt Cottony in Pinkan Island because I really want a pink one. Okay, now let's talk about Sinnoh. So I don't have a guide for Sinnoh either, So I'd say the first thing to do after you finish Sinnoh is completing the Sinnoh decks. Yes, this game is about completing the decks. And after that, you can catch Heatran. Yes, I hate fighting this Pokemon because it's really good in the sun. I mean, against the sun. But Heatran is a good Pokemon and I'm sure you wanna get it. And after catching Heatran, you can do the Lake Trio quest. It's also the legendaries Uxie, Mesprit, and what's the other one? Azelf. They are very good, especially now that people are starting to use Trick Room. Uxie is actually very good, and I think Mesprit, but I think these two Pokemon are actually good in Trick Room. Azelf is just good in general, you guys know. So yeah, after that, there are no more legendaries to catch, at least not that I know now in 2020 January. After all this, I recommend you to make a boss team. And what is a boss team? Okay, a boss team is usually a team of 6 stalls that you can set up safely against any type of Pokemon because usually you can't use items when you're fighting bosses, so you can't use potions. So you have to have a system ability when you're fighting boss. I like to use Snorlax, Clefable, Chansey, I mean not Chansey, I use Umbreon actually. Things like that. And of course Klefki helps me to set up because light screens. But yeah, and then after having a boss team, you can do the battle tower in Sinnoh to farm PvE points. With PvE points, you can get a lot of cool things like reroll tickets, cosmetics, and a lot of other things. Okay, so after finishing all the regions, there are more things you can do daily and, in general, just like dig spots, like I mentioned before, revive fossils, battle bosses. All these things are good to make money. You can also do the legendary birds. I didn't mention before because the legendary birds require every Pokemon, so you need to have all the decks completed. That's why I'm mentioning right now. So yeah, the legendary birds. There is also the task manager daily quest, the reporter daily quest, berry tower for EV berries, Safari EV training, so you can train your Pokemon, make it PvPable, the World Quest, which I have made a video about that too. And then, after all this, you can finally build your PvP team and get ladder. You can meet me in the ladder, guys. Please battle me. So yeah, I hope this video was useful. I think I listed everything. I can't think of anything else. If you guys remember something that I haven't mentioned here, please let me know in the comments so people who are still learning the game and want to complete everything the game can see. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check the description of the video for all the links so you can use the guides to do everything that I mentioned. So yeah, thanks for watching till here, and goodbye.